Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, then welcome to my channel. I am back with another surrogacy update, y'all. Finally. I think the last video was about my injections, so if you haven't seen those, check them out if you're not too squeamish. So as you can see by the title, I did have my embryo transfer and I did find out if I'm pregnant or not. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about embryo transfer, and then I'm going to insert the clips and stuff. So we flew out to California, me and my mom, where the embryos were. Then we flew there on a Tuesday. Transfer wasn't until Wednesday morning. We got to California. It was actually surprisingly cold. Like, I had a hoodie on, I was still cold. So the first day we went to the mall, we did some shopping. We went back to the hotel room and just watched TV, lounged around. Then we went to sleep and then woke up the next day and it was embryo transfer day. So that morning I just drank a lot of water because you have to have a full bladder for embryo transfer. My appointment originally was supposed to be at 10. They pushed it back to 11:40. So we got an Uber, we got to the clinic. We sat there for a minute, like they were a little late calling me back. They finally called me back and told me to get undressed and lay on the table, So as we were waiting for them to bring the embryo into the room, the doctor was just chatting with me, asking questions, just, conversation. They finally brought the embryo in, and you'll see in the video. It's in this little tiny catheter. It's like really thin. And then they inserted the catheter, and he said, "Are you ready? 1, 2, 3," and then boom, like he just put the embryo in my uterus. So I couldn't feel anything. I know a lot of people was asking, does it hurt? Does it hurt? And no, you don't feel anything. Only thing you feel, for the ladies that have had pap smears, you only feel that speculum that they open you up with. But you don't feel the embryo going up there. Like, you don't feel any of that. They do have to push it, through your cervix. Cervix doesn't have nerves, so you don't feel it. But it was really, really fast. Like, it was like literally, you'll see in the video like how fast it is. It's just a couple seconds. And then you lay there for like 15 minutes. I lay there and I was finally able to go home. I had to be on bed rest for about 48 hours. So got back to the hotel, lay straight down. Just watched TV with my mom, in and out of naps. Next day, full day of just bed rest. I could sit up to eat. I could walk around a little bit. Like, they don't want you to just like stay in the bed, but they just want you to take it easy. So like no stairs, nothing like that. So yeah, that was November 11th. Today is the 24th, and the only reason why I'm late bringing you guys this video is because I wanted to do the embryo transfer and the pregnancy results in the same video. So stay tuned for the video of embryo transfer, and then you're gonna see me announce am I pregnant or not. Keep watching, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what it is. Hit me up on the gram. I have 2 pages. I have a personal page and I have a surrogacy page. Monet Patrice and Surrogate Monet. So keep watching, y'all, because it's about to get good. So as you can see, she brings the catheter in. Now keep watching the screen. You'll see he will start to put the catheter in. There it goes. You can see it going into my uterus. And then he's gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and there it goes. There goes little embryo. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that last video of embryo transfer. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments or hit me up on the gram, anything like that. So I am about to announce my pregnancy results. So if you follow me on Instagram on either one of my pages, you already know. But I am pregnant. That means the embryo stuck and implanted. I am currently today 13 days past transfer. Yesterday, the November 23rd, was my first blood test. Let me tell y'all, like, I went to Metro Health Cleveland Heights campus to do my blood test. I went at 8 in the morning, y'all. First of all, my car won't start, and I was crying because I'm emotional. You know, the pregnancy hormones had me like crying while my car won't start. And then my dad gave me a jump. I finally, you know, started my car. I got there. I take my blood test, a couple seconds, I'm thinking like, all right, cool. I'm gonna have the results on my chart. If those of you familiar with my chart, I'm gonna have them in a couple hours. Or they're supposed to fax it over to my clinic in LA. I'm like, all right, waiting. More waiting. And y'all, nothing like at all. I'm calling the lab. I'm like, I'm supposed to get same day results. Where's my blood test? They ended up closing at 5. I didn't get an answer. Today I went up there. I said, yo, where's my results, homie? And then it was like, you gotta call medical records over at the main campus. For those of you who live in Cleveland that know, the main campus is on the west side. And where I went was in Cleveland Heights. So I'm like, okay. So I waited for them to open. I called them. And they were like, well, your doctors are responsible for posting your results on my chart. And I'm like, all right. So again, I don't know if they faxed it over to the clinic in California. That's, you know, my where my RE is. So I called my OB and I'm like, yo, can you post my results? Like, come on now. Like, for surrogates or anybody who does IVF, beta day is, I would probably say, one of the most important days of your surrogacy journey, next to actually giving birth. But it's like the most important day because you know if you're gonna know if you're pregnant, and then like they give you a number, so you're gonna know how strong that pregnancy is. Like if it's a good enough, it's a high number, you know, probably a really good pregnancy. If it's a low number, either a late implanter or a slow grower, you know what I'm saying? So beta day is so important. And the fact that I just had to wait all day, like, yo, I was so stressed out. I was just like, my mind was scattered. Like, I hate everybody. I was frustrated. And I was like, And I was like, get away from me. Don't talk to me. Like, I just wanted to know my beta results, y'all. Because, today, this morning, November 24th, my doctor finally posted my results. And it was at a 179, which is really good. Around this time, doctors usually, they hope for a result 100 plus. Like 100 is like, okay, good. And then, so I'm above 100. So my next beta will be tomorrow, the 25th. And they just want to make sure that number doubled. So it should be around 400, 500. Or more, even better. So, and then I'm probably have another beta test 2 days after that. So I usually, like, most people just get like 2 or 3 betas, and then 2 weeks after that they'll get an ultrasound just to make sure the sac and stuff is growing right. So I'm excited. Hopefully this little embryo is just gonna keep growing and growing and growing strong. Like, the father, he's happy, he's excited, but he still doesn't want to get his hopes up too much. Like, anything, like, God forbid anything goes wrong, but the first 8 to 12 weeks of IVF pregnancy is very crucial. IVF pregnancies are more prone to miscarriage or complications. So, you know, they really, when it comes to IVF pregnancy, they really monitor you. They keep an eye on you, make sure everything's going smoothly. So fingers crossed, prayers up that this little baby will continue to go strong. But I just want to show you guys, I started testing at day 4. So a lot of surrogates or like I said, or not just surrogates, but like women who do IVF, obsessed over home pregnancy tests, you all. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I told myself, like, I ain't gonna be that one. I ain't gonna buy a bunch of pregnancy tests. I ain't gonna stress over it. And if you know how expensive pregnancy test is, oh my god, I spent like $80 on pregnancy tests. So the first test I took was at 4 days past transfer. Also, what you should know is my embryo was a five day embryo, and when you have a baby through IVF with a 5-day embryo, you are considered 2 weeks and 5 days pregnant. So I am 4 weeks, so I'm about a month now. But I took the first test at 4 days past transfer, and I don't know if you can see this, but 4 days past transfer, and it's a negative. Okay, you can see it. It's a negative, right? So I'm like, all right, still early. I was a little sad. I'm like, yeah, whatever. All right. And then, sorry, I have so many pregnancy tests. And then the next test I took was at 5 days past transfer, and you can't see the second line in this video because it's so faint, but it's there. Like, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, it's a line. I was like texting like a couple of my friends, just a couple of them, like, oh my god, it's a line. I think I'm pregnant. The next one was, so the next one, that was 5 a.m. So that was like 3 in the morning. The next one I took was 5 p.m. And I don't know if y'all can see. It's still faint. It's darker than a.m., but it's still faint. Next one I took was 6 a.m. Darker than 5 p.m. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I can see it. 6 p.m. 6 days past transfer p.m. That's what I meant. 7. You're really not supposed to compare every 24 hours. Like, you're supposed to compare every 48 hours because your HCD is supposed to double every 48 hours. Like, that's what doctors look at. So 7 days past transfer. I believe this is a.m. So I think you guys can see that, like, very faint line. Definitely a positive. At 8 days past transfer, 8 days, you could definitely see that second line. And then the last first response pregnancy test I took was 11 days past transfer, which was 2 days ago. I had it, like, I knew I was pregnant by day 8 because I had the line. But what you want to see is that line get darker and darker and darker, knowing that your HCG level is going up. And since I already knew I was pregnant, but I still had pregnancy tests left, I was like, well, I'm not gonna waste my money. So I just went ahead and just still kept taking tests every morning. So this, you can definitely see that this time. 11 days past transfer, 2 days ago. This was the last first response I took because I just wanted to see the progression of that line get darker. But on day 8, I took a clear blue digital, and as you can see, it says pregnant. So once I took that, I knew there's HCG in my system. I'm pregnant, but how pregnant am I, right? And that's where the beta results come in. And so again, my beta was 179. Praying that doubles every 48 hours, and that baby continues to grow. I'm very excited for this journey. I started this journey November 25th. So actually tomorrow it'll be 365 days. Well, today's 365 days since I applied. I put in my application a year ago tomorrow. I got approved on the 27th, 2019. And here we are now, and I'm pregnant. So I am very, very excited for my intended father because I talk to him every week. We talk every week, sometimes twice a week, and very, very nice guy. And he really wants a child. He really wants to be a father, and I want nothing more than for him to be a father. So I'm excited for him. It's going to be interesting I haven't been pregnant in 4 years. I have a 4-year-old daughter. So just see how my body reacts to this pregnancy, being an IVF pregnancy, and hopefully I have a good first trimester. So far, the only symptoms I'm having is fatigue. Like, I'm just sleepy all the time. I wake up hungry as a bear, like, and I used to be a person that I could skip breakfast, but when I say I wake up and I want a big breakfast, like, I wake up, the first thing I think about is like pancakes, eggs, and all this. Like, I just literally I literally wake up so hungry. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I had a couple days where I was like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. Like, of course, this is what I signed up for, and of course, after transfer, you can see my concealer on my hand. And of course, after transfer, you pray it's successful. You praise that the baby sticks. So this is what I wanted, but it's still like a shock to me. Like, I made it here. Still a long way to go. Baby stays comfy in there and grows. Then we got 9 months to birth. So we're looking. I'm assume we're looking at a July due date. I won't know my due date until they start measuring baby, and they can tell me like how far along and estimated due date. But based on what I've heard about being 2 weeks at implantation, technically I would be 4 weeks this week. So they'll tell me, like, I think next week or 2 weeks from now at my first ultrasound, once they measure the sac or the baby, whatever, like, they can tell me how far along I am. But yeah, guys, I'm pregnant. Any questions, any comments or concerns, again, don't hesitate to hit me up. If you're interested in surrogacy, ladies, and you don't know where to start, hit me up. I could lead you in the right direction. I'll send you the list of requirements, and then if you meet those requirements, you can go ahead and do your research on agencies and apply. I love my agency so far. So I would probably suggest my agency for anybody who wants to be a surrogate. Yeah, y'all, I'm pregnant. Y'all definitely subscribe, man. Subscribe. Show some love, man. And my next video will probably be either, if my numbers keep going good, like if my numbers keep doubling, I'll probably want to do another beta update. But so my next update will be my first ultrasound, or when the heartbeat confirmation appointment, which is usually 6 to 7 weeks, which will be 2 or 3 weeks from now. So let's pray that there will be a heartbeat. Let's pray baby is growing strong. That'll be my next video. So stay tuned, be on the lookout. So excited. And thanks for all the love, appreciation for those who follow me on Instagram and Facebook. All the love and support. Like, you go girl, congrats, blah, 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 you got this and everything. So I love y'all. I thank y'all, and just keep watching. And I'm pregnant.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely.